Wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Good morning, Laura. What's up? Got a lot to talk about today. Crazy ass Diddy case and so on and so forth. Good morning, Kathy. But before I get into all that, let me cover my ass. No Diddy. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Good morning, Elise, Angie, Melissa, Coffee Game, Wake and Bake Game, Grandma Kathy. What y'all got going on today? The prosecutors. The prosecutors, please let me know if y'all came for real today. Y'all see the time that the prosecutors are trying to give Diddy? I looked at the thing, it said something like 11 years. 11 years, so we're going to talk about that. Lily says, yes, Angie, coffee and doobies, it is. Melissa says she wants to have a moment of silence, y'all. Moment of silence for her glass piece that she broke yesterday. It was a good glass piece, but it didn't make it. Moment of silence. Good morning, Vino. What's going on? 11 years. This is about to be the sentencing of all sentences. Shit. Nobody knows how much time Diddy about to get, to be honest. I think everybody's just throwing stuff in the dark. But 11 years from the prosecution. Let's get into this a little bit. So, prosecution, they always want you to update your the app every day. I swear X has an update like every day. So people have been wondering exactly how much time are the prosecutors looking at for Mr. Mohawk Diddy? Well, we now have an answer. 11 years, as a matter of fact. We also have a letter from Capricorn Clark, too. Y'all know Capricorn Clark. She said Diddy kidnapped her and made her go to the Cuddy house and all type of other stuff. We're going to read her letter, too. What's up, Portia? Everybody coming into the party. So 11 years, 135 months. 135 months. Let's get into some of these details. 135 months. Now, this is interesting. Let me pull this up, y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. This is the sentencing letter from the prosecution. And I am wondering, says here, the government submits that the guidelines range in 240 months imprisonment, the statutory maximum based on a combined offense level of 42 in a criminal history category L. This calculation is based principally on the cross-reference for offenses involving conduct described in 18. Engaging in or causing another person to engage in sexual act with another person by threatening or placing the victim in fear other than by threatening or placing the victim in fear that any person will be subject to death, serious bodily injury, or kidnapping, and more. Because the evidence presented at trial, including the support of the offenses of conviction, plainly establishes that the defendant's conduct meets the definition, the court should apply the threats or fear cross-reference. Then they go on to talk about probation. What's up, Portia? What's up, Rachel? Portia says she missed everybody. We missed you too. Good morning, Shauna. Love fingers. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, everybody. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So then they get to talking about what the probation people said. Probation calculated the applicable guidelines range as 70 to 87 months imprisonment, based on an offense level of 27 and a criminal history category of I. In reaching this calculation, probation declined to apply the threats or fear cross-reference. As described in a more detail below, the government submits that the law and the facts call for application of the threats or fear cross-reference. However, even if the court follows probation's recommendation and does not apply the cross-reference, two additional enhancements apply beyond those included by probation. There are the vulnerable victims enhancement and the obstruction of justice enhancement. Applying these enhancements to the range as calculated will result in guideline range of 108 to 135 months in prison. The fucking prosecution is going hard. Prosecution is going hard. They want some time, y'all. I don't know if y'all paying attention, but this prosecution is trying to break this shit down. 11 years, considering what they were asking for before, is a lot. What y'all think? Y'all think the prosecution is bringing it? Or y'all sick of the prosecution? Let me know in the chat. Y'all think the prosecution bringing it now, or y'all saying fuck the prosecution? Morning, C Tuck. Let's see. So let's see. We're gonna look a little bit more into this Diddy 135 months they came up with. All right, so here goes some of their reasoning, y'all. The reasoning for the seasoning. They trying to, hey, look, they trying to season Diddy up and cook him good. So let me give you the reasoning for the seasoning. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know the prosecution was going for 11 years. I thought they would early on, they were talking about like 4 or 5 years. And then once Comey got fired, it's like they started getting more aggressive. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Okay, let's get into some of what these reasons are. His denial of guilt, like we talked about, they definitely feel like he is not taking, and when I say he, I'm talking about Mohawk Diddy, is not taking accountability for his actions. Lily says, Flo, I will take the 11 years and then some. Lily. Hey, what's up, Tahara? Tahara says, because he keep playing in people's face. I hear that a lot. All right, so let's see what they're talking about. So like we said, the court doesn't like the fact that Diddy is not taking any accountability. He's denying guilt and everything else. So that's another reason why they don't see him as being someone you should be lenient on. So it goes on to say, for the reasons discussed below, the court should adopt the government's guidelines calculation and reject the defendant's invitations to ignore the law and facts in arriving at this calculation. The government's guidelines calculations let's go. So because there are 2 counts with 2 separate victims, there are 2 groups, one for Ventura and one for Jane. The threats or fear cross-reference applies to each group. The base offense level is 30 for each group. Because a victim sustained bodily injury, 2 levels are added to each group. So what they're doing, they're explaining all of the enhancements of why it's not just a basic Mann Act, why there are enhancements and why people are looking for a lot more years. Because the defendant knew or should have known that a victim of the offense was a vulnerable victim, 2 levels are added to each group. They enhancing the shit out of Diddy's crimes, y'all. I know y'all, I'm sure a lot of y'all happy about this. Because the defendant was an organizer or leader and the criminal activity involved 5 or more criminal participants or was otherwise extensive, 4 levels are added to each group. Also, because the defendant willfully obstructed or impeded or attempted to obstruct or impede the administration of justice with respect to the investigation and prosecution of counts 3 and 5 and the obstruction conductive related to those counts and relative conduct, 2 levels are added to each group. In calculating the combined offense level of Cassie and Jane's group, each have the highest offense level, which is the offense level 40, and represents 1 unit. There are a total of 2 units and 2 levels. So basically, like we talked about, with all the violence, with all the obstruction of justice, they are trying to cook Diddy's ass. Y'all hear that? They not playing. They not playing. Somebody said the judge needs to be stopped. This is bull. Who said that? Let's go to some of these comments. What you say, Grandma? Grandma has a question for the chat. She said since he was not charged with DV or prostitution and the judge saw all this during trial, can the judge still add on more time since the judge knows about them? Where my legal beagles at? Can y'all answer Grandma Kathy? Somebody said this is major prosecutorial misconduct. Aaron, we are watching you. Elise says the judge can give him the maximum time. Yeah, definitely can. But 11 years. 11 years. Would you be happy with 11 years? Put a one in the chat if you would be happy with 11 years. One in the chat if you would be happy with 11 years. Two in the chat if you wouldn't be happy with 11 years. So we got a letter from Cassie, sorry. It's amazing, y'all. Not a day less than 11. Thank you to Tahara. Tahara said she won't be happy at 1. Monique won't be happy at 11 years. So for the most part, people wouldn't be too mad at 11 years. Denise says judge can consider all evidence produced during trial, which is why prosecution recommending enhancements based on violence. A lot of enhancements too. They are enhancing the shit out of these charges. Diddy's team is recommending what 14 months. Diddy's legal team is recommending 14 months, while the prosecution is recommending 135 months. That's a big difference. Toom says time served. Time served. Time served will bring the house down. Cassie asked the judge to weigh her suffering when he weighs Diddy's time. So this is an article from the New York Times, y'all. Cassie asked the judge to weigh her suffering when sentencing Sean Combs. Mr. Combs, who was convicted of transportation to engage in prostitution, is set to be sentenced this Friday. Cassie, Sean Combs' former girlfriend and star witness at the federal trial, asked the judge in the case to consider the many lives that Sean Combs has upended with his abuse and control in deciding the music mogul's sentence for prostitution-related convictions. So Cassie has sent her letter into the judge and say, throw the book at this guy, basically. Basically, Cassie is letting the judge know, go ahead and throw the book at Diddy. Don't get caught up in all this. He was a good man mess. Ms. Ventura, the singer known as Cassie, was one of 7 people whose letters about Mr. Combs were part of a legal filing by prosecutors submitted to the court early Tuesday, which asked Judge Aaron Subramanian to sentence Mr. Combs to 11 years and 3 months. These people, hey, it's a battle going on. It's a battle between some people that feel like Diddy ain't gonna get no time, or they ain't trying to give him no time, and then you got people trying to give him 20 years, 11 years, 15 years. This is gonna be one of the most interesting sentencing we've had in a long time. I see Toom. I'm thinking, I see somebody ask the question, what I think he will get. It's tough. But if I was to put my money on it, I'm thinking like 7 years, 5 to 8 years. Can I say that? 5 to 8 years. That's just what I feel like. I don't know. Toom getting cussed out in the chat. I know that. Toom is getting cussed out in the chat. Somebody told Toom to go back to Grindr. Prosecutors pushing Sean Diddy Combs to spend at least 11 years in prison, as reported by the New York Post. See what they got to say about it. Sometimes the New York Post have a decent article. Prosecutors urged a New York federal judge on Tuesday to lock Sean Diddy Combs up for at least 11 years when he's sentenced on prostitution-related charges later this week, arguing hip-hop mogul has left victims in fear. The disgraced music mogul, age 55, is due to be sentenced on Friday after he was convicted of setting up baby oil-fueled sex romps with escorts who traveled across state lines. Following a salacious sex crime trial this summer. His crimes of conviction are serious and have warranted sentences over 10 years in multiple cases for defendants who, like Sean Combs, engage in violence and put others in fear. Prosecutors wrote in a pre-sentencing recommendation filed shortly after midnight. This shit's heating up. This is heating up, y'all. Let's read a little more. Let's read it. Prosecutors wrote, he's not the victim. And this was in a filing which included letters from accusers describing how his violence has impacted their lives. Prosecutors called Combs unrepentant and urged that his sentence reflect the decades of unchecked violence and decades of psychological, emotional, and physical damage he has inflicted. And that's when they go on to say he is not a victim. The court should focus on the very real effects that the defendant conduct had on the lives of the actual victims. So basically what they're saying is the court should focus on the actual effect that Diddy had on the victims. And they believe that will give the time, a sufficient amount of time that everybody's looking for. We got a full. Hey, look, there's some smoke in the chat, y'all. Shit, y'all been in the chat going at it. If you scared, don't come in the chat. It's getting hot in that chat. I'm gonna stay out that chat. I'm out the chat. I'm out. So we're only a few days away. 11 years in prison. 1 year, basically, they saying 14 months. I don't know. They talking about Diddy's victims are living in fear as prosecutors brand rap mogul a menace. Prosecutors have urged a judge to send rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs to prison for more than 11 years. In New York, federal court Tuesday, they cited one of the women who accused the musician of prostitution-related charges, who said she lives in fear of his release from detention. So this chick says she's scared. Her life is in danger if Diddy is on the loose, according to her. They say he engaged in violence and put others in fear as well. Defendants in similar cases had received sentences of over 10 years, which is why they're requesting at least 11 years and 3 months. The prosecutors filed their sentencing recommendations shortly after midnight. It included letters from some of Combs' accusers, which described how his violence and demands had impacted their lives. They called Combs unrepentant and said he had conceded his acts of violence and abuse throughout his trial, but incredibly, he now argues that the victims should shoulder the blame. So Diddy feels like the victims should shoulder some of the blame for what they went through. He's changing up his tune a little bit. I don't think that's gonna hit hard. I don't think that's gonna land well with the judge. I should say that. I don't think that's gonna land well with the judge. Tune ass on fire, no Diddy in this chat. If y'all want to see somebody get cooked up, flamboyant, deep fried, air fried, sizzled, souffle, check out Toom in this chat. They cooking the hell out of Toom. Tune must don't know about this chat. This chat will chew you up, spit you out, and then go cuss out somebody that look just like you. Why y'all getting Toom? Toom's having a problem. So, all right, while Toom's getting fried in the chat, let's continue. 11 years. I think Diddy will go off and be pissed if he gets 11 years. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. 11 years. I don't think Diddy ready for 11 years. I don't think Diddy ready for 11 years, y'all. I think if he get 11 years, I think Diddy gonna fire his whole legal team. That's what I feel. Let's see. Everybody talking about these 11 years, though. Let's think. 11 years, one more year than what he got Shine. You remember Stein when he was young took the took the blame for the shooting with took place with J Lo and Diddy. He got 10 years. Wouldn't it be crazy if the judge gave him 10 years plus one? Angie says poor Toon didn't get raptured. Toon is getting destroyed. Toon, let's see. All right, so let's get it back into this now. 11 years. This judge has a big freaking decision. You got one end of it, Diddy's end, wanting basically time served, 14 months, literally nothing. Um, and then you got a whole nother side of it where the prosecution is talking about 11 years. The probation people are talking about what, 70, 80 months. It almost seems like whichever way the judge goes, it's gonna be some salty motherfuckers. Because we are on total opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to this sentencing the diddler. Sentencing the diddler. RX says keto sounds like some new shit at Taco Bell. I don't know what y'all talking about, but y'all are getting wild in the chat on a Tuesday. I forgot today is Taco Tuesday. Come on, y'all. Hey, I want some tacos today. Hey, where my tacos at, y'all? My super chats, super stickers go towards Taco Tuesday today. As of right now, I can't have no tacos, but I'm sure my people ain't gonna let me down on Taco Tuesday. Tomb in here getting fried. Let's see what we got in the chat. Did I miss any? I might have missed some. 11 years. I ain't gonna lie, as a whole, people wouldn't be mad at 11 years. People wouldn't be mad at 11 years as a whole. People wouldn't be mad as a whole. Even though it's people that want 20 years. There's people that want 15 years. But people ain't gonna be mad at 11 years. I think the judge, 11 years of eating maggot sandwiches, somebody said. Angie says, I got to go to a meeting right now. Y'all keep going in on tune for me. Thank you. Well, y'all heard the instructions. Man, I'm so happy that my motion worked yesterday, y'all. I'm so happy my motion worked yesterday with the attorney. And they took my warrant off and everything's all good now. Speaking of courts and shit. I just had to bring that back up. That was a good ass day. Lady told me I should just turn myself in at 6 a.m. Hell no. That sounds like a terrible plan. Hey, ladies, y'all ever go out? Y'all ever go out? Ladies, y'all ever go out and catch any of the workers flirting with y'all, man? If y'all do, how y'all handle that? It happens a lot. I was just wondering how women handle that. Will women flirt with your man when you out with him? Man, what if they said time served? What if they say time served? What would y'all say? Damn. I should have knew y'all was gonna come in with the heat. Oh, Grandma Kathy. Hey, Grandma Kathy said a woman with a man is a woman with Tylenol in her purse. Grandma Kathy, now you ain't right. Are you trying to say that all men are headaches? And then here you go, you got Melissa. If my man can be swayed like that, you can have him. Y'all, why y'all gotta be so damn mean? Melody said she doesn't have to do anything really. Her man lets them know what time it is. Okay. I think you got a good one. Somebody said they would be sick if Diddy asked for time served. I mean, if they gave Diddy time served, I believe a lot of people would be sick with you. See, Chuck said y'all ain't gotta be like that. That don't apply to us all. Yeah. Grandma Caddy said finding a diamond is hard nowadays. Y'all think dating is hard nowadays? Is dating harder these days? Because judging from this chat, dating seems like it's kind of hard. C Tuck said we all can't be put in a category like that. Tell them, C Tuck, y'all ain't gotta be like that. That don't apply to us all. Grandma Kathy said, "See Tuck a headache." Hey, Grandma Kathy, you said "See Tuck." She said, "Me and See Tuck are headaches." Dang, that's five. Denise said, "Yes, man in New York don't know how to date." So, men in New York, what are y'all doing out there? Y'all got women on here talking about y'all guys in New York don't know how to date. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all be walking too damn fast. Slow down. See, the man in New York, y'all just walk too fast. Slow the fuck down sometimes and pay attention to y'all women. See, text that exactly the ones y'all need aspirin for. It's showing y'all the red flags up front. It's up to the individual to see them and turn the other way. See? Don't be saying we know. Don't be saying we. I know. I'm just messing with you, Grandma Kathy. Kathy, I know what you meant. I'm just playing with you, Grandma Kathy. I know when you said we were diamonds. I just was trying to take it the wrong way on purpose. I just had to take it the wrong way on purpose, Grandma Kathy. Just kind of livening up today's show by just starting a little drama, a little forced drama, like how the reality shows do. I figure I perk it up a little bit by just love you too, Grandma Kathy. You know, sometimes we gotta jazz up the show a little bit. We gotta start a little fake controversy. It's all good. Tomb held us down for a second. Y'all whooping Tomb's ass took about a nice 15, 20 minutes of good content time on the show. But Grandma Kathy said the rest of y'all are headaches, except for me and C Tuck. Only guys that's not headaches that you need an aspirin for. The only ones you don't need one for is me and C Tuck, according to Grandma Kathy. We the diamonds out here, y'all. Tomb is an aspirin. uh C Tuck said there are men out here like me and C Tuck. I don't know, maybe there are who really appreciate when as a man what you're supposed to do. Andre and Tomb are aspirins and Tylenols. So Tomb and Andre are aspirins and Tylenols, like Grandma Kathy said. All right, you aspirins and Tylenols. What the hell you got to say now? All right, we all off fucking track now, y'all. We way off track. Hold on, y'all. We done got way off track. Let's reel this thing back in a little bit. Let's reel this thing back in a little bit. Shit. Ibuprofen. Ibuprofen. So hey, Lily said y'all ibuprofen. Andre and Toon. Let's see. Let's get. See, Tuck said y'all gotta start vetting these men. Y'all gotta start. See, Tuck said y'all not vetting these men. What are we talking about, y'all? We're glad for it. Hey, Angie said we are glad for it. See, Tuck. Yeah. Andre's over here. Hey, look. Hey, y'all. Andre over here just a hooting and hollering. What you talking about, Andre? Somebody get Andre. He just over here just a hooting and just a hooting and hollering. I don't know what you talking about, Andre. Hold on. See, Tuck ain't a predator. Hold on. Somebody got see Tuck. See, Tuck ain't a predator. Somebody, y'all got the wrong person. Not see Tuck. You talking about Angie, not see Tuck. Andre and Toom. Andre and Toom, not see Tuck. Andre over here hooting and hollering. So Diddy, 11 years, according to the prosecution. Diddy, 14 months, according to what the defense is asking for. But the question we all want to know is, what is the judge going to say? What is the judge going to say? I don't freaking know. It's all good. Grandma Kathy, Angie just made a mistake. I knew she had the wrong name. It's all good. No biggie. But yeah, y'all, I don't know if we've ever had a sentencing with this much discrepancy between the prosecution and the defense. Man, if Diddy get 11 years, Diddy gonna be pissed. I'm telling y'all that now. If Diddy get 11 years, Diddy gonna be pissed off. And he ain't getting no pardon. We know that. He ain't getting no pardon. So we looking at this, they turned in a 164-page filing to explain how they got to this 11 years and 3 months. They serious. Then you had a letter from Deontay Nash, who said Diddy put his hand and feet all upside his forehead. Also had a letter from Capricorn Clark, who basically told that she didn't feel like she got any justice. But she definitely told about the dumb shit Diddy did to her. This is a fight. This is like a heavyweight fight. Yeah, I'll do a live on Friday. I'll do a live on Friday. Yep, I'll go live on Friday. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to go live Friday. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to go live Friday. Let me see what the fuck we got going on here. Let me check my schedule since I ain't got to turn myself in. We was about to ride at dawn. We was about to ride at dawn. Y'all want to do a live on Friday? Oh, it's payday too. So we're going to do a live and we're going to do payday all together. So, okay, we do a live on Friday. So, special announcement, y'all, live on Friday. The Flow community just said we doing a live on Friday. celebrate and tune into the sentencing and to celebrate me not having to turn myself in. Sheesh. Because they said we ride at dawn for Florida. They was ready to ride. All good, Lily. Toon says time served. Toon a mofo. And she said, Toon is the reason Power Rangers had to shout out all of their colors. Because people like Toon, she basically said people like Toon didn't know their colors when Power Rangers was out. So they should say red, green, blue. So people like Toon would know what color they were. Tatum is cracking up. Tatum, why you cracking up? I wonder what time that is. Tatum cracking up. Tatum, what you laughing at? Mel Max, something missed. I'm on the East Coast, so it isn't a 3-hour difference, right? So what's up, y'all? Where we at with it? Where we at with it? They talking about non-disclosure agreements. This chat that went left. Tune. Why would you? Why would you? Why would you? So let's get back to closing this thing out with Diddy and all this damn time. So Diddy, 11 years. If Diddy get 11 years, he gonna be passing so many sticky notes around that courtroom. You know how many sticky notes he gonna pass around that courtroom? If they give Diddy 11 years, look at this, y'all. See what we got. Let's go to the comments. What we got in here? The system is corrupt because of people like Toon. Toon says people like him are happy to see Diddy win because the justice system is corrupt, and we love to see this happening right now. According to Toon, that's what people like him are. Enoch says, I agree with Melissa. C-Tuck said he already got them wrote so he can pass them around faster. Yeah, you say he already got the sticky notes wrote out. Sticky note Diddy will be back in the building if he get 11 years. Sticky notes for everybody. Grandma Kathy said he need a black marker for his hair. You know, we talking about the Tyler Perry hair dye. Tatum said she don't think Diddy gonna make it if they give him some real time. What y'all think? Y'all think Diddy can handle real time? Diddy getting real time. I don't know if the world ready for that. I don't know if Diddy ready for that. I don't even think Mohawk Diddy can handle that. Melissa said, no, he won't make it. Sahara said, hell no. C-Tech said he gonna slap a note on the judge's back. We shall see. Can Diddy handle real time? Will we find out? Will the judge cook his ass, fry his ass, souffle, sizzle, flame broil? What will the judge do? That is what we are tuning in to see. Is he going to throw the book at Diddy? Will he not? What you think, Big R? We should have a man. We should do a one of those boards like they do for the like what they do for the like the playoffs when they have those boards where they pick the scores. We should do a board for how much time Diddy gonna get and see who wins. We need to do a board. How many years? For everybody in the chat, everybody got to pick a year amount. We need to do that. We need to do that, y'all. Let's make up a board and see how many years he's gonna get. Big R say 10 to 15 years. $10 plus, please. Lily says 10 plus, please. I mean, what you think? 10 plus, please. 10 to 15 years. He can't handle real time because there's men in prison that won't. Yes. 10 in prison. I'll take 5 years with time served or 20 years. Tasha made it to the live chat. Hey, what's up, Tasha? Tasha said she said I actually made it to the live chat. Your show for a long time, but I always get the rewatches. Hey, Flo at work, water in the country club. It's nice to see you live today. Nice to see you too, Tasha. I'm glad you joined us here for your live chat. We just been doing a bunch of nothing, having fun, talking a lot of crap. You are definitely in the right place at the right time. The Flow Show, no filter, 24/7 on Apple and Spotify, but Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Join me live in the chat that always talking crap. The funnest chat online is the Flow Show, no filter chat. Tasha says she must be in the right place. You are for sure in the right place. You over here with Toom and them. Toom in the wrong place. He's still here. Toom, Andre, coffee. Oh, I need my coffee. I forgot I was supposed to have coffee today. All right, next time I gotta have my coffee. I knew I was missing something. Coffee, coffee, coffee. My house blend, 2 shots of chocolate, 2 shots of hazelnut, and 2 shots of sweet vanilla. That's my shit. Yeah, I know. I messed up today. I already messed up my everyday coffee thing in the second day. Damn. Well, y'all, let's get the amounts in the chat. We'll be back tomorrow. I have my coffee tomorrow. Happy Taco Tuesday. I won't be having no tacos this Tuesday, y'all. I didn't get no taco money. Fooey. I'm losing weight. Let's get the amounts in the chat. Tasha said, you know, you literally watch it all the time. The replay. I'm glad you watched the replay. Watch me on replay. If you're part of the replay gang, put replay gang in the comments. You watching this on replay. I like to see the replay gang in the comments. C Tuck says, I'm out. Thank you, Tasha. I'm glad you popped in on us. Everybody, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Lily says, have a great Tuesday. Everyone, see y'all Friday. Grandma Kathy says, I am out, off to the pool. Love you all. Have a great weekend. Oh yeah, because he's about to be gone. Andre said he's been baptized. Sydney says, I am out. Yeah, I know. Once you're a coffee drinker, you don't forget because you need to survive. You know, you needed to survive life. I know. That's why I'm trying to get to that. I want to be a coffee drinker that needs coffee to survive. Everyone have a great day. Angie says, I love you all except Andre and Toon. I love you all except Andre and Toon, but I am out. Melissa says, have a great Taco Tuesday, Flow Show fam and Wake and Bake crew. Love y'all, but I am out, and we're going to leave it right there. Much love to everybody. I love y'all, but I am out.